Welcome back. Joining us on the show now is Sachin Jain. He's Managing Director of World Gold Council. Sachin, thank you so much for joining in. Another day, another all-time high is how the world is living by when it comes to gold and silver prices. $4,200 done, and we're trading above that now. How are you looking at this euphoria? Is it now becoming a bubble? The last $400, $500 markets now believe is just froth. How are you reading it?
So first and foremost, thanks, Manisha, for getting me on, and to you, to your viewers, and to yourself. Warm festive wishes. It's the most special time that we all celebrate life, celebrate happiness and joy. So thank you for getting me on. You say it's a joyride of sorts in terms of what's happening with gold price. And as you just mentioned, historically for every $500 up, we've seen an average of 1,086 days that it takes to increase $500. The last rally from $3,500 to $4,000 took precisely 36 days and is still going up. So, as I said before on your platform, that the pillars on which the gold pricing is built on, it still seems that more are in favor of gold and not so much so as how it can be against gold. But what we're seeing in the markets is there's this deficit of physical gold, and hence the premiums in the markets are going pretty much from the range of $20 to $30. So a lot of those kind of things, and that really purely reflects on the phenomenal demand of physical gold right now in the jewelry stores in particular.
Sachin, so you're telling us that at all-time highs as well, there is demand, especially coming in from India, from retail. I'm sure you're talking to a lot of people around on ground. Who are buying? What is this demand? Is this more to do with bridal or is this investment?
Actually, Manisha, we saw 2-3 areas, and things are going so quick. When we touched 100,000 to 110,000, generally the stores were quite dry. As it crossed in the range of 115,000, and just when we had the Akshay Patra, that time, which is not so auspicious, that time is when the rally really began for consumers flocking on the stores. So yes, the demand is fairly high for bullion and for investment demand particularly, but also we've seen a lot of preponement of, let's say, wedding jewelry that people have to buy, perhaps in the next 2 or 3 months, and all that preponement is happening. So it's a mix of big pieces, high-end pieces, and a lot of bullion.
And people are ready to buy gold at premium as well, as you said, Sachin.
Well, it's a euphoria as you started your session on, Manisha, and the fact is that it's true. The fact is everybody believes that they've perhaps missed the rally, which eventually get in, and certainly there is an auspicious buying that happens right now. It's all reflective of what is culminating on the rally.
Sachin, would you buy at these levels?
100% yes.
All right. All right, we are slightly scared here in the studio. But Sachin, talk to us about, are you further bullish from here on? Because a lot of people feel that this is some consolidation, some sanity perhaps, even for a small time, should come in now. What is your opinion?
I think, Manisha, when we say from perspective of, I always say that from a long-term perspective, the aspects happening around what's happening in the gold, and of course now in the financial markets, how the countries are buying, and no subject has changed, just only intensified. With your platform, we've been talking about de-dollarization, we've been talking about central bank buying, we've been talking about financialization, which of course this year has gone ballistic. But I guess all these trends are similar, and in the long-term perspective, the sort of pillars in the strength of gold are certainly in favor. Now, what happens in short term, we really can't predict. But I again put forth on your platform that look at gold from a long-term perspective as a hedge, as a diversifier of your portfolio. Today, we always talked about 10 to 15% as a diversification in gold, which makes so much health in your portfolio. But we've now, over the last 3 months in particular, gone with a lot of family offers where everybody says, yeah, I'm invested or divested in gold, but those actual percentages have been actually much lower, and people are now correcting their portfolios. So I think from a long-term perspective, think at gold as not a tactical asset, but a very strategic asset, and trade from a long-term perspective, then certainly will get the right results.
Sachin, I'm just looking for numbers now. How much household gold do you think India holds right now? That's one number. Second is, are you changing your number in sense of India gold imports? And third is, do you still believe that a lot of new buyers are coming into the market, and what would that percentage really be?
First question from my side, Manisha, we have published around 25,000 tons of gold that sits in households. Now, that's purely a summation that we have from 1990, where we have the official records available as World Gold Council. But the actual number perhaps might be a little more. So that's number one. Number two, you talked about other new buyers coming in, and I certainly think new buyers are coming in. in getting in the aspect of gold. Financial wise, the way gold has performed just this year at a 51% up. If you look at long term, compounded growth has been over 7%. So I think all these aspects have delivered as gold as a very important asset class. I mean, I was reading this year, there's been a phenomenal growth in the ETF market as well globally. Over 634 tons have been added up. Even in India, we've seen great growth in ETF. And if you see the fundamental of that, gold in the financial consumption will cross about $6 trillion this year, which basically means that about 17,80,000 crores worth of gold is getting traded on a daily basis. And that makes gold as the most liquid asset on planet Earth. So I think all these, with the hedge, with the diversification aspect, I think it makes a lot of attraction. And new buyers are coming in both in the form of financial markets and consumption there. But I also believe that we'll have new people coming in for jewelry, a renowned consumption for jewelry. We've seen a lot of recycling, which is gold to gold has gone up. I mean, when we report our numbers of Global Council, we emphasize on the fresh gold. But we also are looking at the recycling, which is gold or old gold converting into new gold. And that has crossed almost 50% now in terms of consumption on the floors.
Such interesting facts there. Sachin, thank you.
Strong numbers as well.
Strong numbers and buyers coming, whether, jewelry or financial side. That's interesting to know.
Vinny, let's go get some gold.
I am wondering if I should, because I think since December we have spoken about it. Since then it's come up so much. I don't have the guts to go for it right now. I don't know if it's right or not.
Sachin's buying gives me some assurance.
Yeah.
I think I might just go buy some bit.
Some bit. Diwali ka wo token. But thank you so much, Manisha, as well as Sachin, for joining us for this conversation on the commodities front. But with that, viewers, we are absolutely out of time on this edition of Halftime Report. As of now, Nifty trading at the day's highest point. Thank you so much for tuning in. Up next, Business Lunch.